Thank you, Chair. 40 billion the cost to the UK, 2.25 trillion the cost to the US, hundreds of thousands of lives lost, 18.4 million people, including 10 million children, requiring humanitarian aid. 18 months we had to prepare for our exit. It just doesn't seem credible. I've listened carefully in terms of the chaos that's on the ground, the chaos that there was. It just doesn't seem credible that you were missing in action. Are you the person to take us forward? And will you now again consider your position?
Look, I understand why you would want to use this committee to engage in the politics of this. We're very clear about the plan forward. I talked it through in some detail. It involves dealing with safe passage for those that have been left behind in Afghanistan. It involves the international strategy around counter-terrorism, humanitarian relief, the regional stability that we need. I think there are lots of lessons to be learned from how we were caught out by the speed and the scale of the fall of Kabul. But Claudia, from the UK, the US through NATO allies, and indeed the Taliban and many ordinary Afghans themselves were surprised by the pace of events. Of course we need to learn the lessons of that, but I don't think it is right, accurate, to suggest that the UK was alone in thinking it would take longer and it would be more incremental in terms of the deterioration of the situation and the consolidation of control by the Taliban.
Well, you know, France started their evacuation way back in May.
Claudia, this is just nonsense. You're comparing. You're just not comparing like for like.
In terms of, you know, we've had 40 years of Western intervention, occupation in Afghanistan, destabilising Afghanistan and the entire region, in effect laying the way, if you like, for civil wars. What is your understanding of civil wars in Afghanistan, and what would be your approach?
I'm sure the 40 years was all Western. I think the Russians were in there before, Claudia. But clearly there are lessons to be learned.